Wellington Cup day. Time-honoured occasion.
How's your day been going anyway, Mark? Anything major happen today for you?
Down a fine leg for one.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Scott. I set a personal best this morning in my run up Mount Vic. It was a significant morning.
Well, I'll be looking forward to Monday morning. Richardson will be on the AM show. Back to work. Nose to the grindstone.
I just wonder if the real Mark Richardson will come out, or whether he'll just pick one of these Basin Reserve pickets, sit on it.
So what you're trying to tell us, that there's a Mark Richardson that sits in the closet somewhere? Been a lot of summers with him. I thought I'd seen every version.
Don't think it's really appropriate to promote another network show, is it?
Well, I can't avoid it if you're on it. It's 125 for 5. A lot of people will enjoy that, especially with James McConey on it, one of the great features of life. The man they call Dutchie is back at the bowling crease. Heck of a return to the game, hasn't he? Batted well again today. Scintillating form in Hamilton, and now doing a job with the ball.
This could be interesting. He's got 3 overs remaining. He's been very, very miserly to date, but this may be a bowler that they look to target. Maximise his potential 3 overs. Maybe smash him out of the attack if they can, and play with Williamson's plans.
Now, Latham's going to stand up to the stumps, because a bit worried about the fact that they're going to come down the wicket and have a crack at Colin de Gronholm, so he's going to do his best to try and keep them at home, play from the crease.
Good toe.
Could have made a case, Smithy, that Latham should have been up right from the start. The 2 deliveries in this over, 118 kilometres an hour, 119. So it's in that slow medium bracket, isn't it? And therefore an opportunity just to squeeze, keep the batsman right on the crease, allow Colin de Gronholm to settle on one line and length.
Oh, Dutchie. Yes, Dutchie. Good boy.
Well, the areas to take for a boundary is over cow corner, man out on the leg side. There's 3 out, fine leg, deep square, mid on, and then long off, and extra cover is clear.
Good, Dutchie. Very good, Dutchie.
Fine is on too, past Latham now that he's up at the stumps. Anything past Latham is 4 on the onside or the offside. And that was a classic example of a delivery you just had to touch past him.
Pakistan need basically 8.4 runs per over, so there needs to be a risk taken soon. Still 145 runs needed. It's a good partnership, though. It's worth 70. Here's Pakistan all series. They have been in big trouble with their top order. 57 for 5 at one point.
Oh, Dachi, brilliant. Hit!
Nice run. Williamson just on his heels a wee bit down there at mid-off.
Well, New Zealanders are just sitting back a little bit, those that are up in the circle. I don't think they're too concerned at this point about the singles. The singles aren't enough, but they don't want to give singles away easily because it means Pakistan is still just chipping away at the target.
Catch!
Out, no. Just about. Just over Henry Nicholls. 132 for 5. Drinks the second break here at the Basin. Testing. Kyle Mills, can you hear us?
Loud and clear, Smithy.
Good. Okay, Millsy, one or two serious questions about racing and maybe one about cricket.
Okay.
So you've got an Wellington Cup winner?
Of course.
Okay. You're going to be talking...
We've got 3 winners tomorrow, I think. There you go.
No, just give us the one, Wellington Cup winner. And it'll be the pig interviewing you, so good luck.
God, okay.
Yeah. Try not to show disinterest in it. He's going to do his best.
Rigger's going to ask a question as well. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, that'll be negative.
This could be a 60 minutes.
Back at the Basin Reserve, we're fortunate enough to have New Zealand bowling coach Kyle Mills. He's out of the commentary box and downstairs. Kyle, 271, is that a good score on this pitch? Because at one stage it looked like you were going to get a lot more than that.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a really good score. This partnership here is a little bit concerning because it's gathering a little bit of momentum. This wicket's been used for the second time, so I don't think it was ever going to be as high scoring as the first. So it's really important we bowl in some good areas and build some nice pressure.
Since you took over this role as bowling coach, they'll see the bowling is actually what's been more successful. So what have you done? What have you tinkered with? What can you put down to your contribution?
Well, I've spent a lot of time with yourself in the box here, Rigger, so I've obviously learned a lot off you. But all these guys down here, they skin the cat differently, and it's sort of, for me, it's about getting on board with how they skin the cat and building pressure and just lifting the consistency of what they bring. And for example, Matt Henry, I think he's a very good bowler at line of length, but he's got to do that more often and search for the defensive nick instead of the driving nick. So just those sort of elements and changes in each individual's game, I think, has kind of helped to the contribution of the group.
Well, you touched on Matt Henry. We'll try and get one last quick question out of you. Hasn't played a game since Boxing Day, yet he came out and was brilliant straight away. That must please you. Yeah,
look, he's been working really hard in the nets in the last 2 weeks that I've been with him. Just working on his consistency of hammering away on a line of length and just basically just not giving the batsman anything, because he's got an exceptional bouncer. It's quick and he can put the batsman on the back foot. We saw that today. And then it's about just not giving away a half volley or a ball that's short and wide, and just, I guess, being hard on himself and creating discipline at net time, and we've seen the results today.
You're fantastic, Millsy. Just we can't let you go because we know you're an enthusiast of what's going to happen at Trentham tomorrow. Wellington Cup winner, mate.
Yeah, look, it's always a great race, Smithy. One of the iconic races on the card, and I just think the top weight, Patrick Aaron, Magic Man, Chris Johnson on board, they'll be tough to beat.
Good on you, Millsy. Might see you out there, boy. Good on you. Sure. Thanks for that. There you have it, straight from Kyle Mills, inside the camp.
Yeah, skinning cats. No animals were harmed during the making of that interview, but where did that saying come from?
Gareth Morgan.
I know what it means, you know, more than one way to skin a cat means you can skin a cat
More than one way.
more than one way, but when were we skinning cats?
Leading us into dangerous territory there, down a garden path. Now, where did that come from? Meanwhile, the run rate required ticks up. Every time they get a single, it ticks up because they need more than one a ball. So they must have talked about this, Pakistanis. There's no point just batting it out. They must make an effort to go and go big shortly, even if it's just one of them.
Yeah, I listened to that. Kyle Mills' answers there. He said Matt Henry's been working hard since Boxing Day. So he's got a quick bouncer. All of that, I think, comes from that quite fast arm action that he has at the crease. Just loads up and then explodes through his action. And a couple of the wickets that he has picked up, I think, have been a direct result of short balls that he's bowled before those wicket-taking deliveries. And because of that, he's got batsmen fending and spooning the ball. Case in point, that is right on cue. Perfect example of that quicker bouncer. Not only, it's in fact his slower ball, slowest ball of the over, 132, but perfect height, high up on the bat.
Well, should have flinched, didn't he? Wasn't in total control of that at all, lost sight of it.
We didn't play in games 1, 2 or 3, this fellow, Haris Sohail, but he's shown in games 4 and 5, he should have. 50 the other day at Seddon Park off 74 balls and 47 today off 74, and both times he's come out, Pakistan have been in it. In trouble, I mean. Might push for 2 here, I don't think they'll get 2. Lucky Ferguson too quick down there. 5 singles from that Henry over, and it's 137 for 5. Best thing for Haris Sohail is that he's now scored 5 consecutive one-day international 50s. 5 consecutive ones. Spread over 3 years.
So he responds well to a break.
Goes well fresh.
Good, very good.
As a former keeper, Smithy, someone of Colin de Grandhomme's pace, if you know he's going to bowl a bouncer, is it a problem if you're standing up?
Well, if you know it's coming, it's still very awkward. Very, very awkward. I mean, a batsman can make it really awkward for you because he can get in line of a bouncer and then all of a sudden that pace just get out of the way and you're in no man's land there. Really are.
Very good.
Very awkward. It's not easy to take. 146 for 5.
Works the ball square, and when he strikes, likes to strike straight.
Looks okay to me, unless that grazes that left arm as it's on its way back. right foot will be over the line. And so, Smithy, yeah, just to finish that off, if Pakistan feel, they'll have their own number. But what they can get in the last 10 overs, if it is 100, then they need to be. Oh, that's beautifully struck. That will run away. Another 4. They needed 8.5. They've got 10 off the first 5 deliveries.
He's good down the ground, isn't he? The one before that, he got 2, was a bit of a hoy, which was uncharacteristic of this innings. But that's a classic little straight punch, isn't it? Beautiful. Compact player.
So good over for Pakistan, and they're getting their way up towards New Zealand's worm, if you like. Maybe. There's plenty to come from them still. In the commentary box for us, Mrs. Murdoch and Mrs. Doolin Cummings.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Putting the foot down, Pakistan. The plan is to hold wickets, chase closer and shorter, even though they'll need runs. They took up 7 and over in the last 5 overs.
Well, the last 6 or 7, different complexion on the game from these two, doing a fantastic job of Pakistan. Sahal, Shahid.
From these positions, you look backwards, you work your way back from 50 overs and say, what can we chase in the last 7? Can we chase, let's say, the last 8 overs? Where do we need to be? 70, 75 off the last 8 overs. So that means 30 runs in the next 6.5, 7.
It's a lovely shot, very fine. And another boundary. What a great way to bring up a 50 for Shahid, and also the 100 partnership now. He kisses the ground. It's been a patient innings. 65 balls with 5 boundaries. And he's giving Pakistan a chance.
We'll continue to get a glimpse of this man's talent, and a young man at that. Not only a very good leg spinner already, but will get better and better with time and with age. But he's shown now with another half century in this one-day series that he's more than capable with bat in hand.
Chance if he hits and he misses. Oh, all that hard work and it nearly come undone.
Excellent, Timmy. Well done, Timmy.
And more importantly, picking up a single as well through. There it is, the push out onto the offside. See how he turns, twists, open. Yeah, big target. Rombergers if it had hit. No, well, fortune.
Running well now between the wickets, other than that one mix-up. Starting to take on mid-on and mid-off. But just to reiterate, 105 now, the partnership between Harris and Shahid. 119 balls came together. Pakistan with 57 for 5. Six off the over, 37 gone, 162 for 5.
It's been good, Shahid Khan. He has to have a full range of shots in his repertoire. Been quite patient. So for a young man, he's showing some real ability with both bat and ball, and we all already know how brilliant he can be in the field.
Strong for the leg side. Certainly been a positive for Pakistan in this series.
Pleased to see what's happening now at the bowling crease for the Black Caps. Mitchell Santner back. Too easy with the ball coming on to the bat for both Shahid and Shahid to get the ball away, so I'm liking this.
Down to me.
6 overs, number 24. Kane Williamson's getting himself into a stage where he's only used 5 bowlers. He might have to go all the way through.
I was just about to say, 10 overs, very good 10 overs in the last match for Kane Williamson. Haven't seen him at all today.
Skipper, you take it and run, Dooley. Go and hide for a few more games. Well, Cullen Munro as well. Maybe they look to use him in the last 10 overs. Always a tough ask. This time it's high, it's straight. He hasn't got the timing. Henry's going to be underneath it. And spin works. And Santner gets his first. And Harris, he's played nicely. Couldn't quite reach the boundary.
Yeah, as soon as he tried to get aggressive, but just take a look at the speeds. We showed them again. 96 kilometres per hour, first delivery, 77. So change of 18 kilometres per hour. Almost close to 20 kilometres per hour. So brilliant from Mitchell Santner. Slowing it up. Haris Sohail couldn't get enough on it. Gone. A very fine innings of 63, but more trouble now for Pakistan. 162 for 6.
जी यार मैच लगने वाला है, 1 मिनट वेट कर ले। जी सर जी, जी सर जी। क्या मतलब? हाँ, क्या मतलब?
Breakthrough for Mitchell Santner. New batsman Raheem Ashraf broke the batting in the last game. If not strikers in because batsman crossed. Breakthrough for Mitchell Santner. If you've got the skills to open the batting, Raheem Ashraf broke the batting in the last game, then you should have skills to get strikers in because batsman crossed. Skills to open the batting. Raheem Ashraf, beautiful bit of bowling the batting in the last game, then you should have skills.
शॉपिंग बैग उमर होना आया इधर, मैं बुलाया नो इधर
enough behind it to get over the field and in for a 6.
ओ प्लास्टिक बैग जिंदे को आग ना जी सर भाई चल मैं चेक कर लेना, आज तक कुछ कम नहीं है, सिर्फ ऑर्डर दी माशाल्लाह 7+ जा रही है।
We saw it with Williamson.
नहीं असि तो उस टाइम याद है शॉपिंग बैग उमर होना आया इधर मैं बुलाया नो इधर ओके ते कल छापर आए नहीं
4 dots so far to Mitchell Setner.
ओ प्लास्टर बैग किस डेट के यार जी सर भाई हसन मैं चेक कर लेना छापर किस डेट के हैं तो ऑर्डर दिए कल रसीद किसने के ऊपर सिग्नेचर किसके हैं वो हमजा कल आए ऐसी तो उस टाइम याद है तुम कल किधर थे शॉपिंग बैग उमर होना आया इधर मैं बुलाया नो इधर तो तुम्हें नहीं पता रिसीव ऊपर स्टैम्प लगी है कर दो पेमेंट कर दो
इसका माल रिसीव हुआ है
शॉपिंग बैग
और मैं थी ऐसी जगह नहीं पता कि कस्टमर है
बस उस टाइम छापर पैन उत्ते देख लो हैं
ऑर्डर मैं दिया
परसों
और मैं क्या
तो छापर आई कितने वो कितने ने
ऑर्डर कितने छापर आए कल
वो पेमेंट लेना आए कल तो छापर भी जारी कल आया उन्होंने
मैंने भी बराबर छापर आए मेरे सामने
Beautiful day in the capital city.
कल छापर आए नहीं
4 dots so far to Mitchell Setner.
ओ प्लास्टर बैग किस डेट के हैं यार जी सर भाई हसन मैं चेक कर लेना छापर के
अपना
Chance here again. Setner did well at backward point.
बोतल देख के मुंडा खुश हो गया
बोतल में रखे नहीं
Ball stomped to the back foot up high for the bounce. Is sent
पता कि मेरे पल्ले बोतल में मैं बोतल से आ रहा हूं रोटी खानी
चगला तू ऐसी पहले रोटी ला अंदर
no yes no I'll go back
आया दादा री छापर आना नदीम बिल्कुल गया ही नासर भाई देखो मैं कह नासर भाई उरे फड़ाओ मैं मोबाइल पड़या मैं बाहर नु नास गया मैं के बोतल पे बोतल देख के मोटा
great job. I want to just highlight, Simon, what you're talking about, and also Leslie, why you enjoyed the spinners playing today.
नासर भाई चेती
Harris wanted to go over mid-off, and he's positioned for it because it was so slow. He got himself in a position, but then he ended up dragging it. So the intention was to go offside, over mid-off. Just he couldn't get there, and you could just see the bat came through and he ended up dragging it because he got it slightly later than he wanted to because of the lack of pace. Brilliant bowling, really was.
That's all Lockie Ferguson has to do as well as bowl to his field. Need more than singles. Pakistan.
It's one of the great, the left arm spinner and a right arm off spinner. They don't have the variations, even though Mitchell Setner's trying that. The changes of pace and slowing the ball down, and I think that's the greatest. I spoke earlier with both you two about Mitchell Setner this year. I've noticed is his ability now to change his pace.
नासर भाई यार आपने इन्हें कैसे होंगे किधर गए
So often when a spinner gets hit or they get
दिखाई मोबाइल दिखा वाईफाई ऑन कर
Simon, you'll be able to
चैनल पे लाइव चलाने है कि नहीं
about
यार ना कर यार I don't know लाइव थले लाग देना
नहीं और थोड़ी देर
Badgering
कितने
came up from the west
लाइव चल रहा है
West Indies side.
कितने बफरिंग दी है
You're not
नासर भाई
कड़ा मैच लाइव है पाकिस्तान का मैच कितना हो गया यार तो इंटरेस्ट की ना कितनी जग दी है लोगों को खराब करना यार मैच तो
That'll be
नहीं
5 wides.
पीटीवी चलन है पीटीवी पे जस्ट
So
शुरू
it's going to be
होएगा
an
लग
excellent
जाएगा
over, just one off it. But now
मेरी गेम दोनों हो इस
has
मैच
to be rebowled.
मेरे मजा नहीं आया था कम करना
Beauty has gone over the boundary.
ना कोई सेल में ना कोई कस्टमर आता है कस्टमर
Look
आता है
how wide Tom Latham is here.
वापस चला जाता है वेदा लीड
Got a long way, but still, it's one he should have stopped. It wasn't a long way down leg side that.
I think Lockie Ferguson's meant to be bowling outside of the stumps, to be fair. That's where he was waiting for it.
ऑर्डर चला गया
केड़ा
40
Over 170 for 6.
10 45
नहीं ना दसो मैं जाना
यार जाओ यार
किधर की थी
1000 वाली
ठीक है
यार शबीक कसम ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਖੁਦ ਨਾ ਬੈਠੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਕਮਾਈਆਂ ਫਿਰ
ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁਣ ਜ਼ੈਡ ਬਲਾਕ ਕੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਾਈਏ ਯਾਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਮਾਲ ਕਰੋ
ਯਾਰ ਸਾਈਕਲ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣ ਦਿੱਤਾ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੋਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਸਾਈਕਲ ਤੇ
You want to be keeping an eye on the other games, wouldn't you?
ਹਮਜ਼ਾ
Happened all around the
ਹਸਨ
country though, didn't it?
ਆ ਤਿੰਨ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਟੋਕਰੀ 'ਚ ਪਈ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਕਬਾਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਿਲ ਕਬਾ ਜਲਦੀ ਕਰ ਚਲੇ ਆਲਮਾ ਛੇਤੀ ਕੀ
कितनी देर होगी
5-10 मिनट
पड़ी चाबी आप जाओ मैं रेडी हूँ
चलो
ये थोड़ा जाओ ना तो भाई बंदा बाहर आता मेरी यार रखे नहीं टाइम से जरूर पूरी खाओ
Is that carom ball or the knuckle ball?
तो ड्रामे करके पीनी
Or the mana ball.
Mana ball, I didn't get quite as excited as Ian Smith when I picked it.
ना सर बड़ी दिनों से यूज पे किधर है यार यूज हैं
Poetry in motion, isn't it?
काफी दिनों से यूज
Tired,
किया पता नहीं किधर
trying
गया
something different,
है
innovative.
Simon, you've seen bowlers around the world in T20. I think the key or players will look for Rich Satin or that delivery is the pace. And whether we can actually change it and make it quicker. Because at the moment, it seems to be around the mid-80s. Which is probably enough time to be able to pick it off surfaces.
किथे नहीं मैं नहीं किथे मैं
This
देखना
time it's a thick edge. The orthodox one works and Satner picks up his second.
अच्छा ठीक है
It's wonderful bowling again. Slowed that right up 13 kilometres slower than the previous delivery. Looked it up, got it wide of off stump, above the eyes and shut up. And lit up, didn't they?
यार
Lit
समझिए
up,
जो
looked to
दो
go
रन ये वो
downtown.
पता नहीं की हिसाब
Thick
की
outside
करेगा
edge, too easy
काफी समझ भी 10,000
for
फर्क
Henry Nichols. Another fine innings, but not quite enough from a Pakistan point of view. Shadab Khan gone for 54, 171 for 7.
देखो कॉपी कर लो ना मेल कर लो फिर फर्क दीजिएगा
ठीक है ठीक
आना सर
Yaman, a new batsman, comes about through some quality left-arm spin bowling. Plenty of variation in now. The use of the flight, guile and a little bit of turn, and the disappointment from Shadab, who played nicely. 54 he made, and he had to go for it. You can't blame him for swinging. It was just the skill of Satner. Tossed up by Satner. It's a simple catch, but just the variation. I think the seam position is quite too solid. Talk more about that. So, end of the over, 40 gone, 172 for 7.
क्यों ना सर आधा घंटा और बजे की हुई है इन दिनों में बेलन ट्रेक कर रहा हूँ
यार एक मिनट आया दिखाना
हाँ
एक मिनट यार मैच शुरू होगा नीचे डिस्प्ले कर दूंगा
Too early in the piece for Pakistan's point of view. They lost both batsmen very close together.
यार मैच नहीं देखना तुमने
63 and then Shadab Khan.
यार आज मैंने उधर यूरोप पे जा रहा हूँ तो जैन ने कहा है कि उसको
9 runs between losing those two wickets.
कुर्बानी दो यार कुर्बानी शाबाश
Colin de Grandholt straight up. It should be safe though. Third man coming around.
डिस्प्ले काला करना ये नासर भाई लैपटॉप जरा घंटा रुक गया था फिर घंटा रुक गया फिर चले
almost as if they're throwing the last dice here. I suppose they have to really. Got to pick up everything they can.
गेम खेलने को सीखा है ये टॉप कंट्री
The ground fielding from both sides today has been impressive. There hasn't been too much that you can line through. They just lost those wickets early, Pakistan. It just put them on the back foot.
Flower ball bouncer. It's going to fall short of fine leg. I used to hate fielding here. Gronholm really whacking a short ball, 101 Ks, especially in one-day cricket, because whenever you're at point, cover or mid-wicket here, you're on a used pitch on those rough areas.
Good, oh good. He could have stopped at fielding for me. I just used to hate fielding.
To be fair, mine came about because I was fielding at cover. Ross Taylor whacked when I went to field it, and it bounced up and I knocked out 3 teeth, so that was enough for... Didn't always look like this, Dawley.
So no one on the leg side inside the circle. Now.
Happy to give away the single, make both these batsmen, Yaman and Fahim, go up over the boundary riders. And again, as we've seen on so many occasions, when the batsmen have tried to larrup it over the boundary, it just hasn't had the legs to get over the boundary.
This time he's got a hold of it. That's gone all the way. That's got plenty on it. And a great way to end the over. 9 off it. 181 for 7.
GG. Yeah, it means please, I mean, you're a good channel like me.
तो दोस्तों ने अपने चैनल पे लगे थे मुझे लगा कि ये काम कर इधर वे है यार उम्र यार
91 runs to win for Pakistan. They've got 54 balls left, but only 3 wickets. That's the problem. And they need plenty of this. Here. Got a hold of it. It's a big boundary. We're in the middle of the block at the Basin Reserve.
Well, that's what's wrong with modern day cricket. That's off the bottom of the... That's off the toe end. It's cleared the terraces.
Yes, Satno again, tempting, looking to try and get them to come down the wicket. Look at that foot, that front foot went almost to leg.
So we've had 77 and 77. We'll look for either, I think, the knuckle ball or a slider into the stumps.
And the hesitancy in the run between the wickets since Sahil and Shahid have left has been there to see as well. So there's just no fluency.
Yep, that's Simon, I think. Centre's getting more turns than bowling slow, but I think, and you'll tell me more about it, I think the seam positions is going down is in a better position.
जी हमजा
Nice shot. I'll get onto the practice areas.
वालेकुम सलाम जी हमजा
Slight in this field, but we're always too.
यार बाइक नहीं वो आज मैं वो यूरोप पे जा रहा हूँ तो वो लेट हो जाएगा.
They seem to skid ball, but he's got a lot more top spin on it.
And it all comes with confidence, giving the ball more of a rip.
यार उम्र के साथ कौन होगा ना, उम्र के साथ कोई नहीं है.
Position that's spinning at a rate to a roundabout gully.
चल ठीक है मैं कुछ करता हूँ.
Yeah, that delivery's easy to pick now, isn't it?
निकाल की थी
From up here. But again, 84k.
मैं अगले कदम के चक्कर च मैं यूरोप छड़ के आप थे ड्यूटी यार छड़ रहा भी कर लो कारण बेहतर कम तो स्पीड है जी आ देखो यार इजी नहीं है ना अगर साड़ी 95 एडी अच्छी आदमी के लिए होता है जल्दी में यार मेरा पा देते हैं उमर जाए थले जा तेरी मेहरबानी तो जिना खींचे ना थले जा टेल ते बैठ के ने वो समझिए दोनों वे गया समझे नहीं यार तेरे अंदर में तो बैठा हुआ है बेले सुबह जाएंगे हम तो उठे जाते मैं यूरोप पर जाऊंगा हाँ तो पे एक मुंडा है ना जो मैं बॉस में फायर कर
Been a hot day at the capital city. Sitting on the embankment, no shelter, humid. Change of bowling, just a 1 over for Colin de Grandholt. And Matt Henry gets an opportunity to add to his 3 wickets that he's picked up. 3 for 30 of 8, 2 overs left. Excellent comeback for Matt Henry, just sitting on the sidelines.
What does he need? 2 to steal the Player of the Match award away. 5 for 40. 5 equal to 100.
I think you've got to get a 6er, don't you, to beat 100, especially when it's difficult to score 100.
जा यार थले जा कमाल है यार तुझे नो पर कोल बा यार चल जा यार उमर जा यार तू भी
We're not going to get many of those wide ones. Toe into the bat.
जा यार उमर प्लीज यार चलो.
That's a good debate. Sure, bowlers opinions of it. I think it depends on the conditions as well.
यार मुझे 10 मिनट का टाइम दे दे यार करे पैसे साहब
यार 10 में आया मगर ना
At least dive.
कितने में आएगा
At least dive. The feet are
बॉल
not
में
moving
पैसे
well.
बॉल नहीं थोड़ी टाइमिंग ही फर्क कर
Tom Latham at the moment, just not moving. Now, I'm not saying he should have caught that,
शीशे करिए सारे मेरे
but he should have a presence of mind. It's a genuine knack to be able to at least dive at it. This has gone not that wide. There's nothing there. He should be able to dive at that.
Natural reaction should be to go. Just wonder whether the feet are a bit wide, or we have a look if the left foot's in the air. If the left foot's in the air, you haven't got any power to be able to push off.
ओए लैपटॉप किंदा है सी ओ किंदा लैपटॉप थले डेग गई यार
उमर ना कर यार थले आ यार तो लाइव की तरह.
This time another thick edge. Oh, it's gone through. So 2 boundaries in the over.
Strong shot outside the off stump, and again just a poor bowler, Matt Henry, not getting the support in the field that he needs, and adding to Pakistan's opportunity.
Tom Latham, so the edge happens, and yeah, stood up because he was up, and the left foot was in the air. So keep it on the left. That's where the power comes. So he stands up with the ball. You can understand that. But now he's in a weak position. He can't actually go. He can't actually push off and go.
And I think that the head there tells you that he knows he should have been able to go at that as well. He disappointed in himself, I think, which is good. Got to set high standards, so I think he's acknowledged that himself there.
This time he's under it, but he's got all of it. That's a ripper.
Fahim, and gets a big pat on the back. Why wouldn't you? What a super shot. But can they find it? Yep. What a shot. 414.6.
Underneath it. Swung it away. Used the pace. No issue there at all. Very well played.
Yorker, they called 2, but should only get 1. But an excellent over for Pakistan. 16 off it, 202 for 7.
(71) 42 balls, 3 wickets in hand. That is the equation in Pakistan. Giving us some late entertainment anyway, courtesy of Fahim and Yaman. Could they? 10 and over. Here's Santner. He's done a great job again today. Straight up again. Who wants this? Southey circling it. Is he going to get it? Yes, he is. He's got good hands, that big man. That is not an easy catch. And that is the end of Fahim.